So I have a big schedule today, and I'm going to try. I realize I need to keep it on an actual schedule. There's a group called Griffin coming to CCJ today from Kalamazoo, and I was supposed to be part of those presentations, and I want to, and I have lots of studying I need to do. My goal for the day is stop into CCJ, sign anything that needs to be signed, touch base with people, maybe say hi to the Griffin people. I see it raining again. It's never stopping. This place here. Sorry, my bag was stuck. I'm gonna finish my torts homework because I only had 10 more pages to read last night before my mom called and asked me to run an errand for her. So, that is my head. Then I think I have a midterm on Monday. I still need to do all my contracts homework. I haven't even touched that. But I have a midterm on Monday in constitutional law. And I think I need to meet with my teacher to get help. And so I would like by noon to be heading back to my house to review all my notes from constitutional law and see what stuff I know is not clicking for sure that I might need help with. And so then I could spend maybe 2 hours on that. I could start contracts homework. Actually, I started a little bit yesterday. Start contracts homework, step 3, and then I have a 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6:30, and 7:30 meeting tonight. So I'm hoping I can get all that done today. It's a pretty big agenda. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Last evening during dinner, David said something to the effect that we're poor, like as a fact, like we are poor. And Serenity was like, no, we're not poor at all. And David's like, yeah, we are. And so the two of them started in a fight, and I'm pretty sure Serenity's been in, I know there's been times in her life, I don't think so much with her grandma, but like when she stayed with her biological mom for periods of time, and I know she's seen poverty within her family and such, but so she started like naming like all the privilege that David lives with. Like, your refrigerator is always full. You tell your mom you need groceries or clothes or anything, and your mom just goes and gets it immediately. And then like naming all the random like junk he has, his sweatshirt, his whatever stuff. And so it was pretty amazing. It was pretty amazing for Serenity to be able to be kind of like aware of surroundings and be able to articulate that and explain it to David in a way that like he could hear it. And even though he continued to argue with her because he's stubborn, it was kind of awesome that I think maybe for the first time in his life he's heard it. Because even though we're not like rolling and always have money, but like we are blessed to be comfortable, to at least have a support system around us that when we don't have something, that somebody will help us. Like Big David buys all of Little David's clothes. I almost never ever buy him clothes, just randomly. For I don't know how many holidays people have bought David's soccer shoes, like $60, $70 shoes, and I bought them maybe once or twice. So it's all those little things where like family and friends supply enough support, with the fact that like I work full time and everything else. But yeah, it was good to see. So I'm a little behind schedule, but not too much, I think. So that's good. I said hi to the Kalamazoo Restorative Justice people, but I did not get to spend the day with them like I would have liked to. I did finish my torts homework, and so I can go. I want to spend 2 or 3 hours like reviewing all constitutional law thus far for my midterm, like to create kind of just some highlighted notes, and then spend maybe an hour more on contracts, and then I'll do the rest of that tomorrow. that's my agenda for now. So, I got an email. Okay, 2 follow-ups. Davicito's not doing well still in language arts. And so I emailed his teacher and him separately, like, hey, we need a tutor. His writing skills are suffering. He's refusing to do I believe he's just refusing to do things because he's stubborn. But, like, his refusal to actually do his work is now impacting his learning. Surprise, surprise, right? So I'm working with the school to figure out what to do with that. And then I get an email from Serenity's teacher, whose grades were also kind of weak this first semester, and she told the teacher she's just not really trying right now. So if both of them have decided to not really try in school, does that maybe mean the mother at home is not doing something I should be doing? Comment down below if you have advice, especially parents, because they're both, it's 10 and 13. So is this developmentally normal for them just to stop caring about school? Do you have recommendations or experiences? Blame me. I'm okay with that. Like, say, Connie, you need to blah, blah, blah. I'm open to all suggestions. Comment down below, share with your friends, and let me know, because these 2 little kids are both brilliant and can be getting straight A's. And so there's something going on that neither of them are. I mean, David's only not trying in language arts. The rest of the classes are okay. Serenity is just kind of she is only trying in science right now. So, yeah. Okay, let me know. I just got back my torts, or I just found my torts midterm. I got 19 out of 20. So in torts, I have an 18 out of 20 and a 19 out of 20. These little exams, I don't think, like, none of them are weighted as high as the final, but this means I'm doing well in torts, and I'm doing well in contracts. I'm going to my tort contracts. My first grade in contracts was a 15 out of 20, and my second was an 18 out of 20. The first one was just an essay, and even though, like, it was just a lot of learning stuff, but it was fine. I was okay with that. Constitutional law, though, assignments and grades there. Well, there's no grades at this point. There's just an ungraded. I mean, I did really bad on that essay, but it doesn't actually count. So, yeah. Okay. Well. Keep studying. So, even though I love this life of, like, taking care of the kids and school, I'm still struggling with the transition of not being as involved in the community. And I tell myself, like, it's just temporary, like, get through this and you can help them even more significantly, maybe in 3 years after law school, and it's okay to just focus on that right now. Like, stuff's still going on at the community center, like, tons of stuff, and I pretty much just, like, check in and see what's going on every 3-4 days, and I mean, they don't need me. They don't need me at all. Like, they're doing a great job organizing and working together and getting the word out and doing stuff that needs to be done. And whenever you're doing stuff like that, the more people, the better. So I would like to be part of it, but I'm not. Last night there was another city council meeting with the budget. The council approved a 6-month budget. Give them 6 months to review. Anyone that runs a fucking business knows you need 3 years. If you want to consider whether something's gonna make it or not, you need 3-year chance to make it happen. And again, like, it's a community center that is not hard to get funding for. It's not hard to run. It's not hard to find staffing or programs if you get the right person on top of that. And there's lots of people in our community that I imagine can do that well. And so it's like the city's just scapegoating their own responsibilities to, like, to hire a director. Hire a director that knows how to be a director and let them run it. So, yeah. So it's hard to just sit on the sidelines and, like I did homework last night, I think till, I don't know, 10, 11 o'clock. and then people FaceTime Live that were at the city council meeting, and so I just watched it all. It feels weird to like not be more involved. And then same thing like CCJ, like there's stuff there and going on in ways I can do more possibly, but so I forgot where I was going right now. I am still part of People's History of Elkhart, and so that's where I'm going right now. Is I'm going to meet Jason Shank, my friend, and I don't know what the title is. He made these like probably socially appropriate titles. In my nonprofit head, I'd call him the director. I'm the board chair. There's treasurer, vice chair. Like those aren't the positions, so that's not what we're called. Like coordinators and I don't know what else. So I'm on my way to meet with Jason to talk about People's History, which for those of you who do not know what People's History of Elkhart does, I think in a big part our work is probably shifting to alignment with the New Poor People's Campaign. Google that. Badass. So Martin Luther King Jr. started the New Poor People's Campaign, and it's this idea that it's not like black against Latino against white, or it's like those with power and privilege intentionally put those at the bottom below, because if they're distracted by fighting with one another, they actually don't realize that they're the majority. And if they join together in united force, they have more power and can stop the marginalization and the stealing shit, low pay and all that. So Martin Luther King Jr. like named this 1967, I think, maybe. I'm not sure when. I'm not great with dates. Yeah, it was 67 because we're all like the 50th year anniversary this year. So it's been revitalized about 2-3 years ago. And one of the reasons that, like, looking back, that the people felt like the movement didn't sustain was that there was just like one kind of leader, Martin Luther King Jr., and when he passed away, the movement dies. And so to really get a movement going, you don't want one principal leader, you want groups and groups of people all working together. So that's what's happening. And so we are part of that. Elkhart, I think, plays a fairly actually significant role in it. Not me personally. I've gone to like one of the trainings and some of the webinars and book studies and things, because the first step is education. Like, you need to be informed on economics and law, maybe history, that kind of stuff. So poli-sci stuff, probably. It's all stuff that I don't super know about or familiar about, and I live it. And so you join together, whether you are passionate about healthcare for everyone, or mental health people being treated well, or the homeless, or those who've done crime in their life, racial issues, like whatever kind of, we all actually are fighting the same fight. And so the New Poor People's Campaign teaches us to work together as one to create a movement so that we're empowered. So that's what we do at People's History of Elkhart. So go into that.